Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you two versions of Gravedigger Original. The first Gravedigger monster truck ever made in real life by Dennis Anderson, the amazing legendary person. The amazing legendary member of Monster Jam. Well, yes, the amazing legendary member of Monster Jam. This is the regular. This is the clean version, the regular clean version, and this one is the Muddy Tires version, from a new collection called Mud Trucks. But I prefer to call this Gravedigger Original. I prefer to call this Gravedigger Original Muddy Tires. I prefer to call this Gravedigger Original Muddy Tires. Well, this one is a red 51 Ford F1 truck with it has a 327 cubic inch Chevy small block V8 engine. Yep, that's the kind of engine it has in real life. Yep, and here's the back. And here's the back of the Muddy Tires version. And this one is just some regular shiny red paint. Just red glossy paint. Yep, this is a glossy red. But about the Gravedigger Original Muddy Tires, this one has a flat paint, not the typical glossy paint. On the left door, it says Dennis. Yep, that's the driver's name, Dennis Anderson. He drove Gravedigger. He drove Gravedigger between 82 and 2007 and 2017. Well, and then he retired. Oh yes, in Tampa 2017, he had a career-ending accident. He tried to do a backflip, but the RII kicked in. Then the chassis went upside down and Dennis bumped his head. And the top of the chassis was badly bent. That chassis, it was called Gravedigger the 30th. Yep. Gravedigger XXX. It's Roman numerals for the 30th. But this is the red version. I got this one along with the modern Gravedigger with Muddy Tires. The regular, the 3-time champion version of the Gravedigger Muddy Tires, and the Gravedigger from 2008, and the Gravedigger with no championships, the Gravedigger with gray rims. And yeah. And this can also be called Gravedigger the First due to the fact it was the first Gravedigger ever made in real life. Well, technically there are 3 versions of Gravedigger Original. This is the red. The first one is the red version, and the second version was a 51 Ford panel truck. And that's why I called it Gravedigger Blue. That's why I called it Gravedigger Blue and Gray Panel. And there's also the black version with green flames, red headlights, and the first ever spooky paint job. And there was also a monster truck called Gravedigger Grandma. It was like a modern version of the Gravedigger monster truck that Dennis Anderson drove between 85 and 88 with the first ever spooky paint job. But in 89, there was also Gravedigger the Second, which was it had a brand new body for what it is today. Yeah, it's a new body design for what it is today. a 51. No, 80, way back in 89, Gravedigger had a new body for what it is today. It's a 50 Chevy panel truck. Yeah, but I have been having great times with the new Gravedigger diecast, such as this one. I remember having this one in Weston Place, but I lost it. Then I got then I got the clean version in Weston Place too, but I lost it too. But gladly I finally got them once again. Oh yeah, and this one came with a tattoo. Yeah. Now I have 4 monster trucks with muddy tires, which are Gravedigger the Legend Muddy Tires, the Gravedigger the Legend Muddy Tires, and Gravedigger and the 3-time champion Muddy Tires. Yeah, the Gravedigger Muddy Tires, and and um and Superman and this one. Yeah, and this one, the Gravedigger Original Muddy Tires. Yeah, the Gravedigger Original Muddy Tires. Oh yeah, just to let you know, Hot Wheels has made the other. There were other 3 versions of this one. Like there was also an Edge Glow version, the Edge Glow Gravedigger Original, to look exactly like the one that Ryan Anderson drove in Monster Jam World Finals the 11th. Yep, World Finals XI. Yeah, World Finals XI. That is Roman numerals for the 11th, which was held in 2010. Yeah, 2010. That was when Gravedigger won its 4th and final World Championship with Dennis. It was also the 3rd and final Racing Championship, winning against competing against Maximum Destruction. Racing against Maximum Destruction. Yeah, that was from 2010. Oh yeah, and this one has the Monster Jam logo, but this one does not. So it's just a completely red monster truck with the Gravedigger logo and the name and the word Dennis on the left door. And oh yeah, and that Gravedigger Original with the green chassis. Well, it had the 50 Chevy 3100 body. Yeah, it had a 50 Chevy 50 Chevy 3100 body. Oh yeah, and there's also a Gravedigger Original with the vintage chassis. Oh yeah, the vintage chassis that came with the crushable car, and it also came with the Then and Now series, along with Gravedigger 30th Anniversary Black, and about that vintage chassis, it had a truck bed, just like on a regular truck. That's because the vintage chassis does not have the roll bars, so the rest of it is a bed. And I know that the modern monster trucks don't have any beds like that. They don't have any beds like that. So yeah. There 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 you have it, everybody. The Gravedigger Original. Yep, Gravedigger Original. the regular clean version and the muddy tires version. Goodbye.